Hello everyone. Today's talk will be titled How to Handle Spiritual Contexts. It seems that when human beings communicate to one another and when they try to communicate their internal worlds, as they do, they sometimes agree to disagree. And as they do, we see the different ways consciousness is present to itself within the moment. Suddenly the story of that person being from somewhere else and telling you about that crazy thing that happened to them or that crazy thing they did, it's very important for you to realize that man is communicating his internal experience, and there will be parts of that communication you will never understand because you do not have the experience. Similar to how your friends have not gone to the same restaurant as you, and so that's why you need to tell them about it. You see? So there's a sense of have been, which is found within our present havingness, our sense of having something. Now, on some level, we are explorers here, and explorers are our subtler realms. And so as we're exploring, we can see that on one level we are playing with ourselves and with our thoughts. We don't know what we're doing, there's just thoughts, observance, image, something, thing. That's it. On some level, reality is just going on like that. Now it's very important you as consciousness, as a multidimensional being, to begin to be aware that it does not have to only be in one template of form. What that means is you see how your body exists in a certain way and you see how the body of someone else exists in a certain way. These are all allowed to exist in existence, in this on this planet. We have many life forms, and so it's as if there is this life that allows the forms to be manifest. So in being aware of this, it's suddenly the thingness in our daily life is not becoming the focus, and the no-thingness, the nothingness becomes the significance. And so we are introduced very mindfully to perhaps the grace of the Zen Master's cup, in the sense that only when it was empty there could be new wisdom poured in, new awareness received. It's a very fantastic thing that you as a being suddenly realize that you are not a container. And as you are aware that there is a container, there is in a sense nothing contained. What are you keeping in this life? You tell me, because when we all enter the grave, it seems, we are all empty-handed. So it's very important to confront that amount of existential emptiness and to see where the clarity of man can lead to. Now, just because you didn't find your truth, it's fine. You don't have to just hide under a belief and try to not do anything, and live your normal life. It's all about how much you, in this time that you're alive, are being aware of the intensity of your experience. A truth is a very profound concept. A truth means the whole structuring of the truth can be a flaw. Can you see this? Truth is the space in man's mind where anything is possible. And there's also an impossibility because it's impossible because you're in it. It's like that moment where you wonder if the pinky finger needs extraterrestrial technology to talk to the other fingers. It does not. What that means is there is a connection, an existential connection that is your consciousness. And as you become aware of it, all stories are pushed aside, all characters move away. There's no longer an ego. You're aware of direct experience. You are activated in a manner where your knowing is carrying you, not anyone else's knowing, not my knowing, your knowing. That which is within you before you can even conceive the concept of within. And it's a very profound phenomenon, because that which I speak of is an intelligence beyond space and time. And so because now our societies are oriented so much towards space and time, there is a need to begin creating content of different experiences of human beings in regards to imagination, which should not be an unexplored nation. Simply as that. We need to explore our sense of multidimensionality, you know? We must dive to the depths of our experience to see what is hidden to ourselves. You know? There is a significance that you suddenly begin to see, and it doesn't matter who you are, what kind of form you're in. It's that aspect of you that before it was labeled human, it was an experience. And so its experience, as it intensifies, and as how many mystics have said, your life force is intensified, your questioning and knowing in life is intense. If many footballers suddenly took that intensity of competition into the intensity of diving deep into their own understanding, we will have some of the most healthiest and brightest minds on the fields of humanity. We need to recognize that conceptually you are able, so do not trap yourself in a limited concept that does not allow you to see the peak creative ability you are. Do you know? So what that means is, playfully as I can, no longer think in this life as if you're having something. Do you know? There's no point in being greedy when we're all transitioning from this reality. It's very important that you take these ideas into place and just see that your honesty, your sincerity, and your self-awareness are the most crucial things to immediately activate in this life and be aware of, in a sense, bring into motion. And you will see that it's as if you will suddenly get an infinite vision of a grand task that can be done. And then you come and see to wonder, oh gosh, can little old me get these tasks done? Can little old me change the greatest change? You know? You will see that when you look at that little self, it cannot exist without its collective being. All those people who are judging you do not understand the fundamental nature of existence to be untouchable. Your essence is untouchable. You know, nobody can have beef with energy. You know, there's some fights that never took place. And those are by far the most profoundest fights that I think. I hope that you lead yourself to greater vision. That's the point of these thoughts. Because vision is more important than someone giving you resources. Vision is knowing what to do with the resources. Vision is to be in this life and make sure you're clearly seeing it. And you're being aware of your ability. Because if suddenly there's an awareness that we have multidimensional abilities on our cellular planes that we have not yet explored, abilities that can make us the creative experience of any abstraction, we will see we are choosing not to use that, let's say, new iPhone that's on the table. Instead, we're using one of those spinning telephones where you have to spin them. I would like to leave you with a mantra. Much blessings and namaste.